After helping our missionary find his way back to Paris, we heard dozens of rumors about Malin, most clearly baseless, yet a few seemed solid enough to follow up. It wasn't much to go on, but it was all I had. I would follow the rumors and see if I could find where she had disappeared to. I knew what I needed to do next. Was I ready? I was ready to go find the missing director. She had been sighted working with the salamanders. We would try to find her and bring her home. The Royal Avalon Society, hopefully helping. As it was tradition, I made my way to the bar the night before the expedition was to set sail. The tavern seemed rather lively that night. From outside the door I could already smell something delicious, and when I entered it became clear that I had walked in on a taste test. A cook approached me and asked if I would want to try some of the recipes they had put together for an upcoming restaurant opening. I partake in that. The food was terrific. Everything was expertly prepared and a pure delight. I thanked the chef, and with his last taste of Paris, I felt well prepared for my journey to adventure. As we neared the site of the expedition, a small supply ship from the Royal Avalon Society went there, where we could buy more provisions if we wanted. Apparently, they had a great supply of chakrams and first aid kits. And we were happy to indulge in that for a bit. Just to have something beautiful to trade. Then we went on to acquire some tea. And of course granola bars. Yeah. We took all the first aid kits with us in hope to trade them further. The tea was another thing. We wanted to have as much tea as we could, but more than 5 times the tea? It's probably not feasible. The tea leaves would go bad for certain. So we just dealt with it, refilled our water supplies, and began the expedition. Our journey to the Palacao Gate, Malin had gone missing. There had been rumors of sightings, but nothing concrete until now a report indicated that she had been found on this island, seemingly working with the local salamander population. As Malin seemed to be working with the indigenous population, my first step would be to contact the locals for more information. Hopefully, this would go well. We were landing on a beautiful jungle islet. Still, though, we could see the fog. Thankfully, we also already saw some islanders we could approach. When the locals caught sight of me, they greeted me cheerfully. I told them why I'd come, and they were delighted to hear that I was a friend of Malin. They told me that she had stayed in their village for some time and had become a friend and ally, working closely with the village elder in her studies. She had recently left on some kind of journey, but they did not know the details. Perhaps I could find more information by speaking to the village elder. And where was that elder? Ah. They gave us the path to the elders, and we would... We would think about where to go next. We asked them about their tribe. I wanted to know more about the culture of these people. Delicately, I inquired about the nature of their traditions and customs. An islander explained that they follow a way of peace. Where others used warriors, they trained arbiters, specialists in resolving conflict without resorting to violence. They wished me peace and harmony on my journeys as I left. They hoped we would meet again for a bountiful exchange of ideas. Where would we go, though? The next step was clearly the village. But on the other hand, there was much to be explored on the island still. We traveled north, eager to find out something about the strange island. Drank some tea. And found a strange monolith, but we were wary of these already. There was also a missionary to be seen. Was welcomed by the local missionary, who was visibly relieved to have company. We wanted to trade with him. He returned with some of his supplies. We would see to it that we would trade our chakrams away for some scent and stimulants. That would surely be helpful, we thought, and dealt with him. Then left. We went on to another part of the island. We heard the sounds of the trumpeting elephants. Found a ferry station, and another, that we were told about at the station. There was only one mysterious place the locals had told us about left on this island, and we went to it. Without a doubt. A strange shrine was there, in the middle of man-eating plants. The temple before me warranted both fear and respect. Near the shrine I saw the distinctive tubules marking where needle plants could grow. We entered the shrine and searched for the secrets in the pre-chamber. Apparently we were able to press a suspicious stone, and then a hidden mechanism raised a golden sarcophagus from a recess hidden beneath the floor. Was it safe to plunder? We tried. We stored the mummy in a large sack and pondered what to do next. We entered the altar chamber and investigated. A beautiful ring was lying there. We didn't touch it and backed away. We were carrying too much, so as this was a jungle island with plenty of water, dropped some water to the ground. Then looked to get to the other island. To ask the village elder about her opinion. Drank some tea again. Then decided not to disturb the stone statue or the hyena. We went to a desert and approached the village. The salamanders of the village welcomed me with open arms. It seemed that any friend of Malin's was also a friend of theirs. My previous contact with the locals indicated that the village elder might know more. And so we met with him, or her. Not wasting time, I inquired about Malin's whereabouts. The elder explained that Malin had studied their tribe's legends, studying the ancient scrolls along with the elder's heir and only child. The story is told of the greatest of the Palikao gifts, the key staff, a mysterious artifact that allowed them to travel great distances through the fog. The staff had been stolen centuries ago by the ones underground, vile creatures that lurked in darkness, emerging only to enslave and terrorize the islanders. Malin and the elder's child had gone in search of the hidden entrance to the lair of the ones underground. The elder pointed me in the direction of their trail. I thanked him for the help and considered if I had any further requests. Yeah, we would ask for a quest. The chieftain told me of a nearby friend of the village. He wanted to send this person a gift and asked if I would deliver it. We accepted this. I was given a fine piece of jewelry along with detailed directions to where I was meant to deliver the gift. It was far, far away, and we were not even sure we could do that. I promised, but we exited quickly and decided to rest. The islanders lit a campfire, and they started arguing angrily as a group of islanders formed around our crates. They had noticed the mummified body that we had obtained earlier and demanded that we hand it over. Yeah, and we handed it over. I did not want to ruin our reputation amongst the villagers and handed the mummy over. Though the situation remained tense, I had circumvented a more dramatic development. I had to be careful. Now they were moderately happy, and we could sleep. Spent several quiet and peaceful days in the village. I seemed welcome enough there. Then we went on to trade. Certainly had enough to trade here. Looking to sell some of the first aid kits and maybe the chakrams. For some raw fish to meat. Some pearls and conches, maybe. Yeah, maybe not the pearls. That would probably be very bad. But still, berries would maybe help us. We were not sure. Not sure at all. It was enough to give them stimulant capsules, we decided, and took the conch shells and raw fish with us. We left them. And apparently we were overburdened on our journey. So we cooked the fish and just ate it. Then went to where Malin was last seen. Hyenas attacked. Ow. We were attacked by a pack of freaking 5 hyenas. We were unsure as what to do. Distracted them. Added a cunning blow. Were attacked massively. To kill the hyenas step by step. And also protect ourselves. And what a pack of hyenas that was. Reduced their numbers subsequently. We slayed the hyenas. Thankfully. And took everything we could. Still had too much on us. Asking ourselves what we should do, we threw away more water. Well, we had tea. We went to examine the tracks. I followed Madeline's path for several days until they turned into a new direction. She must have found something here that diverted her course. We went on to look for her next tracks. We wandered along the deserts. a giant snake in our way. It's time for some tea. And there was an old burial ground that we actually did not touch. It wouldn't be a great idea. Went further. A giant snake was in the background. Miss Catley. Gained more experience. And we went onward. Hopefully to attack maybe the giant snake. At least that was our plan. Or maybe to leave it. Just like there. Found another dilapidated shack in the middle of nowhere. And went on to search it. Desperate-looking man peered out at me, his pale emaciated form sparking pity. We wouldn't be able to make a donation for him. Needing to stay sane on our own. We examined... Oh. We examined Malin's tracks. Further through the wilderness, her path seemed to have no particular rhyme, no reason. I could not figure where she was heading. It was an eternal way back and forth and back. We went back, hoping the snake would not catch us. Drank some tea. The snake had cornered us. We would have to attack it. The snake was stunned. Still it attacked. We hit her though. Scored the battlefield. And took all that we could. We had to, though, throw away something not so valuable. Indeed, the giant snake skin was about to go. Then we went to Malin. Or rather, her tracks. As I continued following her trail, I at last saw her goal. From this vantage point, I could barely make out the entrance to a cave, hidden from most angles. Was in the middle of a desert. And we followed her. Ironically, the cave had been very close to the village. There was also a curious trader that we wanted to meet nearby. Before we knew it, we met him. He hesitated before presenting us with a selection of his wares, though. But we insisted on trading with him. He would be very happy to buy all the hyena pelts, so we tried to give that to him in exchange for something maybe a little bit more useful. There was a saddle there and a battle collar. Protecting the neck from damage, but maybe that wasn't something that we would need to get. Maybe rather investing in some dynamite. And seashells, we weren't sure we would be able to afford that. But we would have to get rid of something. Maybe the jewels were the ideal thing. What would it be? Yes, we just had too much. It was like that. We were pondering a lot. Getting no result. We told him he could keep everything. The dynamite would have to be a better deal for us. Finally, we entered the cave that Malin had stepped in. I felt my breath as I approached the cave. Looking inside, I saw that it extended deep into the earth, further than sunlight would penetrate. I was preparing myself to enter the darkness when I noticed a rock nearby with a small rose scratched on it, Malin's symbol. Lifting the heavy stone, I found a small supply cache hidden in a hollow beneath, and a note. I've gone to retrieve the key staff. Need to use the being engine to stop the coming bloodshed. Follow and all will be explained. I could make neither heads nor tails of her note, but my curiosity was certainly piqued. It seemed I had to enter the caverns if I wanted to see Malin again. I prepared to step into the darkness for fortune and glory. Ignorance is the root of all evil, as Victoria had always said. I descended deep into the earth, my path taking me ever further downwards into the darkness. After what felt like hours of walking, I emerged into something astounding, a massive underground chamber that extended for miles in every direction. Malin awaited me somewhere in this murky blackness. If I were to find her, I would need to keep my wits about me and take care not to get lost. We looked around. trying to find out if we could get off the antelope. That was now so accustomed to riding with us. We decided to write our diary here and made a small pause in the strange caverns below the Earth's surface. Thank you for watching and happy gaming to you. We will see each other in the next episode, exploring the strange realms below. Have a great time until then, and happy gaming. This is Immanuel Can, signing out.